Tolerance. Guns and drugs off the street. If you commit a violent crime in Lee County, we will put you behind bars at the Marceno Motel. It's that simple.
Well, welcome into this week's episode of Midweek with Marceno. I'm Public Information Officer Julie Martin, joined by Sheriff Marceno. Nice to have you here today.
Great to be back, Julie.
Sheriff, 6 months since our county was devastated by Hurricane Ian. Take me back to the day after it hit. You were up in the helicopter, what you saw, and just a reaction from that.
I remember it well. I mean, no words can describe getting up there with the governor, the great Governor Ron DeSantis, and the First Lady, and getting a look at the pure devastation. Your heart goes out to the people. You say to yourself, oh my God, what just happened? You see boats thrown miles inland, stacked up on top of vehicles. Buildings that used to exist, nothing but rebar and sand. What a horrific hit. But I will tell you this, looking back now and looking forward to where we are, what a great place we're in this county. This county, Floridians are resilient, you know, and Lee County, amazing, amazing people. Our great county commissioners have done so much to help us in every which way. The governor basically had an office here. He was here every single day helping, and we could have never did our job without him.
Now let's talk about what's going on down there right now. You've been down there a couple of times, talked to some business owners. They're starting to slowly reopen, and it's spring break time as well. Tell me the difference that we're seeing this year versus spring breaks we've had in the past.
When you looked at the devastation, you say to yourself, oh my God, what's going to happen moving forward? The new norm, you know, buildings are gone, clothes are in the road, but that cleanup was, I mean, it's so fast. We moved remarkably well through it, and the new norm is now people having places to eat. They're coming here for spring break, which we never thought would be possible. So it's nice to see, you know, look, the buildings are going to change, and we know that. Developers, construction people, they're going to build new buildings, and a part of us says, you know, we love that Fort Myers feel because it was that old mom-pop feel, and I get that. But the message really is, look, we're going to rebuild, we'll be stronger than ever. The buildings may change, but the people are the same. And that's very important.
Now, looking forward in 2 to 3 years, I mean, we're already seeing plans, new construction coming down there, and new building, and people coming in and buying those buildings. What do you think it's going to be like in 2 to 3 years, and how do you think that'll change what we do here at the Sheriff's Office to work down there?
You know, you look down the road 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and you project where you're going to be. You know, everything from Boca Grande straight through Sanibel, Captiva, the Barrier Islands, up to Fort Myers Beach, Estero, Bonita. You know, when you look at the coastline, it's going to be different. It's going to be defined different. The buildings are going to be different. So geographically, it's going to look different, and you'll probably see a lot of chain-type stuff coming in. I hope to see still the mom-pop stores, and what I love, the mom-pop restaurants. That is like the best ever. But I think it'll look amazing. And again, the most important part is the people are still going to be the same people, because you can change a building, but the Lee County residents are Lee County residents, and we are resilient. And we come back and we're stronger than ever. And what a blessing to serve the greatest residents in the country. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Yep. Now, talking about those residents, over the last 6 months, we have seen and heard some amazing stories of people helping each other and families being so resilient. What message do you want to say to them? We're 6 months after, we've already seen huge changes being made, and we know that it's going to keep growing in the future.
Well, you know, you look at the random acts of kindness. You know, during a hurricane, people just went out and helped strangers. You know, we're all not strangers, yet we are, but we're all in this together. There's no I in team. And when you see people that have lost everything, right, and people come out from everywhere, from not only just in this county, but from all over the country. They're coming down, my fellow brothers and sisters from law enforcement all over the world, let alone the state of Florida. It changes things. So, you know, it gives you that real hope. And again, doing kind things for people is most important. You know, when you take a hit like that and you see everything wiped away, and people's lives are gone in seconds. You know, their belongings, everything they've worked for, their businesses, their homes, their wedding albums, right? It's sad, but you know what? Moving forward, like unicorns and rainbows. It's the way, you know, here we are. We're going to make it work.
Well, a lot of things might change in our county, like you said, the landscapes or the businesses that you may see in the coming future. But one thing that won't change is how dedicated we here at the Lee County Sheriff's Office remain to the community, and we will continue to remain that way as well.
So proud of our family members from all over that went out there and dedicated their lives. Some of them lost their own homes, their own vehicles. They had nowhere to sleep, nowhere to go, but yet they go out there every day and they serve. And that's what we signed up to do, and I know that's our job. But I'm proud. I'm proud to work with amazing people.
Well, Sheriff, we appreciate you taking some time to sit down and talk about this today. And I can't wait to sit down again in a year from today and be able to reflect and look back on what our county looks like then. So thank you.
What an experience, and we'll move forward better than ever.
And thanks for watching this week's episode of Midweek with Marceno. We'll see you again on Friday for Live with LCSO.